Hey there, future coding stars. Welcome back to the channel. If you've been working on your HTML projects, I bet you're feeling a bit frustrated with the whole refresh button routine. It's one of those little annoyances that can really slow you down, right? Well, today I'm excited to introduce you to a game-changing tool called Live Server in Visual Studio Code. This nifty extension allows you to see your changes in real time, so you won't have to keep refreshing your browser every time you make an update. Imagine coding and instantly seeing your work come to life. Sounds great, doesn't it? In this video, I'll guide you through the simple setup process and show you how to get everything running smoothly. By the end, you'll be ready to code more efficiently and enjoy the process a whole lot more. So let's jump right in and make coding easier and more fun. But before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Jasmine, and this channel is all about showing you how to become a highly paid cybersecurity, ethical hacking, or cloud pro fast. Initially, open the project directories inside the Visual Studio Code. The files and folder contents may vary according to the project, and from here you can access, read, and modify them. Now, if you want to execute this HTML file, then you have to find this file in the File Explorer and then open it in your desired or default browser by double-clicking on it, just like I have opened by project on Google Chrome browser. Now, if I head back to the Visual Studio Code, do some modifications in my code, and move into the browser to see the applied changes, there, you'll notice that no changes applied because to make the changes apply, you have to refresh or reload the file each time to get the latest version of your code. Now, if you reload, you'll get the latest version. This surely takes a lot of time, and that's why we are going to use the Live Server extension. To install this extension, open the Extension window and search for the Live Server in the search bar. Open the first extension and ensure that it is the original one by checking the author's name, rating, and downloads. On this page, you'll get a quick How to Use guide, features, current or previous version details, and many more. Moreover, you can retrieve the commands and settings options by visiting the Feature Contribution. In a couple of seconds, the installation is completed. Once installed, hit the Gear button next to the Uninstall button to open a drop-down list. From this list, select the Extension Setting option. This will open a new page in VS Code containing the settings related to the Live Server extension. On this setting page, you can find multiple options, and by using them, you can customize the nature of the Live Server extension. You can set the default browser on which the Live Server should run, can customize which info message should appear and which not. You can even set the IP address for your Live Server, or just go with the default one, which is recommended, and many more. Now, let's close this setting tab and head towards the code window, and now you'll notice the appearance of the Go Live button at the bottom right corner showing the successful installation of the Live Server extension. The user can also run the currently open file on the Live Server by clicking this Go Live button, just like I have done it. Once the Live Server starts, the success message will appear, and the file will open in the default web browser as you can see on the screen. Now head towards the VS Code and apply some modifications to the code. Once you're done, revisit the Live Server that is already started, and there you'll see that the latest version of the code is available without any page reloading. Next, close or terminate the Live Server by clicking on the Port button, and the confirmation message regarding the termination also appears. Once you terminate the server, the Site Can't Be Reached message will appear on the browser as shown on the screen. The second way of opening the Live Server is by right-clicking on the targeted file and then choosing the first option of Open with the Live Server. Boom! Your file is now running on the Live Server on the set port number, which is 5500 by default. And now, if you modify the code, the effect will appear on the Live Server in real time, as you can see. To terminate again, click on the Port 5500 button, just like we have done before. The third approach is to use the shortcut key of Ctrl+Shift+P, which will open the search bar. Once opened, type the Live Server or Live and choose the option from the retrieved results saying Open with Live Server. This will again select the current HTML file and execute it on the provided or default port number, just like done by other methods. Now, let's head towards the code and do some tweaks in the code, just like I am modifying the web page content and adding some new content. You can also add images, change the font styling, or anything depending on your task. Next, for verification, revisit the live server, and here you can see that the changes appear automatically, and the latest version is displayed on the live server in real time. Finally, close the live server just like we have done before by hitting the Port 5500 button. As a bonus section, if you want to remove this extension, you need to search for Live again in the extension search bar. Open the first one that you installed previously, and this time select the Disable button to temporarily disable its functionality in VS Code. This will only disable the extension without deleting or uninstalling it and its files. If you want to uninstall it permanently, select the Uninstall button. After uninstalling, click on the Reload Required option to completely remove the extension. Once it's uninstalled, you'll notice that the Go Live button and the Open with Live Server option are no longer available. And there you have it, folks. You've successfully set up Live Server in Visual Studio Code, and now you can see your HTML changes in real time. No more refreshing and no more hassle, just smooth coding. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more tips and tricks on coding. Got any questions or feedback? Drop them in the comments below. I love hearing from you. Thanks for watching and happy coding. Until next time, keep exploring and creating amazing projects. See you in the next video. Check out the video on the right for more content to help you develop your IT career.